Want to know the secret to ridiculously juicy chicken with massive flavour? This spiced, yogurt marinated spatchcocked chicken is hard to beat. Smoky, charred, juicy and packed with flavour. And because it's spatchcocked, it cooks quicker and more evenly too. So truth be told, this wasn't the video that was supposed to go out today. I had part recorded another video, and in the second half, I never turned on the camera. I basically had teamed up with Ron Fowler and Son. They are our local fishmonger here in Bookham. If you've watched the channel before, you will have definitely heard me talk about them. Support local. I'd filmed the first part here of me doing some of the prep and then the kit that I was taking up, and I thought it'd make a great video. I've never done a vlog before and I was so nervous about doing it. I'd even bought a new camera to take up there with me so I could do some sort of proper vlog style stuff. Got into it, it was so busy. We were giving away free fish tacos and I ended up cooking 150 of these crispy fish tacos, and not once did I turn on my camera. So I had nothing to show for it, certainly to put on here at the end of the day. But it was a fantastic day, and if you made it along, thank you so much for your support for Ron Fowler and Sons, and I hope you enjoyed those crispy fish tacos. And that recipe is on the channel, and I will put a link to it down below in the description. But anyway, back to today. We are doing our spiced yogurt marinated spatchcock chicken. And here I've got a spatchcock chicken. That's a large chicken. Now, if you didn't see the video earlier on this week of how to spatchcock your chicken, there is a link somewhere about now above my head, and you can click on that and it will show you how to spatchcock your own chicken, and it is dead easy. So chicken there, I'm gonna put that to one side at the moment because we don't need it. Not just yet. Anyway, you're going to want yourself a bowl, and we're going to make up the marinade to go onto this chicken. I'm going to take these gloves off for a second. I hate those things. Anyway, yogurt. You just want some plain yogurt. Go fat-free if you like, or like me, I think this is a full fat one, and I'm going to use half of it because we're going to keep half, and we're going to make another recipe a bit later on at the end of this week anyway, using the leftover chicken. Here I've got the juice of a lemon and the zest of 2 lemons. Love that lemony smell. Stir that in. Now, a lot of garlic here. I've got 8 cloves of garlic, which I have crushed. And if you want some more in there, stick some more in. I probably would have gone a bit heavier, but my kids wouldn't be that keen. Next, I've got some dried herbs, and I've got 2 teaspoons of dried mint and the same again of dried oregano. Again, whisk it all through. And then here, a teaspoon each of smoked paprika. Now, I have gone spicy, but use sweet or just standard smoked paprika if you prefer. I've also got another teaspoon of coriander powder, another one of cumin powder, and then half a teaspoon of nutmeg powder. Get that into your bowl. And then we're just going to season it up with a little bit of cracked black pepper. Oh, the smells are already amazing. And I'm going heavy on that pepper, why not? And some salt. Again, yogurt can take quite a bit of salt, to be fair. And it really will help flavour that chicken along with everything else. So let's just get that all incorporated. And then we can bring in our chicken. And of course, what we're going to do, we're going to chuck this straight over that chicken. That's it, get it all on. Just get everything out of that bowl. That's the kidder. I've just stuck on some more of my surgical gloves. As much as I hate them, I don't really want this all over my hands. So you just want to sort of massage it in. And if you remember back in the day in the 70s, for those of you that were around in the 70s, Fanny Craddock used to do this thing where she pinched the skin, and that's what you want to do with this, because we're going to get some of this marinade underneath too in a second. I'm just going to flip it over, and again, scoop some of your marinade up, and make sure that this chicken is nicely coated all over. Then with your top side, just hopefully you're seeing this, let me turn this back round, get your hands underneath the skin, and try not to break the skin, try not to tear it, but that pinching that we just did really does help it loosen away from the actual meat itself. That's it. And then get some of your marinade, and again, you want to get as much of that onto that flesh as you possibly can. We really want this to take on as much of that lovely herb spice yogurt as we possibly can. And that looks pretty good to me. So we want to leave this now to marinate, ideally a minimum of 2 hours. If you've got more time, overnight, even better. Okay, so my chicken's had approximately an hour and a half of marinating time. It's got about another 30 minutes left. But today I'm going to be cooking this outdoors. The weather has been awful today, which is why I've done all the prep indoors and I haven't done it like I normally do outside. But I want to cook it on the barbecue and I'm going to. So I thought I'd take you along, come outside with me, show you how I set up the big green egg to cook this spatchcocked chicken. As with all my recipes, can be cooked indoors or outdoors, and this works perfectly in the oven. So if you're cooking it indoors, you want to preheat your oven to 180°C fan. And my suggestion would be is to put it onto a rack like this and then over a pan straight on the middle shelf of your oven. And this is going to take anywhere up to an hour, but go by internal temperature. Really what you want is that internal temperature in the thickest part to be 74 degrees C. And for this, I'm going to be using the big green egg, 100% natural oak and hickory. And because I've got the extra large big green egg, what I tend to do, it is a big cooking area. So I don't need to fill the whole barbecue up with coal. What I like to do, rather than cooking it indirectly and putting the plate setter in, I just pile up my coals all onto one side. Now, if you had a smaller big green egg, you probably wouldn't have enough space to do that. I am quite lucky with this one, but it just means I don't have to get as much kit out for this. So that's perfect. I'm actually going to be cooking the chicken over this side indirectly. I'm just going to add in a couple of the big green egg firelighters. I like to put 2 in. If you've got one of the blowtorch style deals, even better. It should be even quicker. And just light those up. And we just want to make sure the bottom vent is fully opened. Okay, so our charcoal's nicely alight now. That's been going for about 10 minutes. So I want to put the grill grate in now. And we're going to close the lid down. And I want to open up the regulator fully. We want to bring this up to a temperature of 180 degrees C. And then we'll bring our chicken out and put it on. Okay, so the big green egg is now almost up to temperature. So I just want to adjust the settings on it to make sure we're on that 180°C and it stays there. And no, your eyes aren't deceiving you. I've moved the barbecue. Weather, whilst it's not great, it's perked up a little bit. It's not drizzling anymore. So as you see, we are about there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this regulator, and then I want to come down to the bottom here and I want to close this up. I'm going to try there first, and then we can always tinker with it. I just want to see that it stays there for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, so I'm happy where that is now. So let's get this chicken on. I've got another one of those pesky gloves on. Now remember, we're cooking this indirectly, so I don't want it near the coals. That's it. Just get our legs properly on there. Get any of your excess marinade. Of course, we don't want to waste any of that, do we? That's it. Lovely. We're going to cook that exactly the same as if you were cooking it indoors. I'm going to leave that for about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll come out, check on it, and give it a little spin around. Okay, so we're at the halfway mark. The heavens have opened. Look, I've had to put the old brolly up. Let's get out of here. Let's have a look at this chicken. I've given this 25 minutes so far. Oh, wow, look at the colour on that. That looks delightful. I just want to spin it around, so I'm going to use this spatula. I might be all right, actually, just with that. Yeah, just get it underneath there. That's it. And then just whiz it round. I don't want it over those coals. Come back this way. There we go. That looks perfect. And I'm going to give that another 20 to 25 minutes, and then we can start temperature checking it, see how we're getting on. Okay, let's have a look at it. I think we should be done. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Looks delightful. Let's give it a little temperature check. Let's see where we're sat at. Yeah, look, we're at about 71, still climbing slightly. and that's going to continue to rise as it rests. So I'm going to pull that now, and I'll see you inside because it's still raining. Honestly, my feet are drenched. I cannot believe how much the weather has turned. The weekend weather was lovely. Today, absolutely miserable. Hey ho. I've let this rest for about 15 minutes. Ideally, I would let it rest a little bit longer, but I'll be honest with you, I cannot wait to tuck in. So let's slice into it. Let's see how this has come out. Sorry guys, I just realised I hadn't turned the actual camera on. I cut off one of the thighs and the leg there, and then I've just taken off a whole breast there. Look at that, look how juicy that is. Look, let's give it a little squeeze. Oh yeah. Oh, cannot wait to try this. I'm gonna have to cut a piece of this breast. That knife just glides through there, and I want some of those boar juices as well. Let's try it. Wow, guys, that is so good. That is mouth-watering. It literally is still so juicy. The flavours that spiced yogurt marinade has given to that chicken is unreal. And it's just still so juicy. Wow. And then one of those wings. Who doesn't love a wing, hey? And these have gone really nice and crispy. They were a bit closer to the coals. Perfect. Again, still really juicy. Obviously, nicely on the bone there. And that skin is a little bit naughty. Wow. Guys, definitely give this one a go. As I said earlier, doesn't matter whether you cook this indoors or outdoors, you will get the same result. The difference is obviously cooking it on the barbecue is you're getting that smoky flavour as well. And I do like that smoky flavour, I've got to be honest with you. That's it from me for today. I really do appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share, comment. And if you've got a hype button, I'd really appreciate one of those, and it really does help the channel. Coming later on this week, I'm going to be using, if there is any leftovers, I'm going to be using the leftovers, and we're going to make a coronation chicken served in a jacket spud. It is one of my favourites. Whenever I've got leftover chicken, I love a little bit of the old coronation chicken, and this chicken works perfectly because we've already got a lot of base spices, etc. already in the flavours of the chicken. I'll put all of the details of today's spice yogurt marinated spatchcock chicken down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.